Being misdiagnosed with that is a little frustrating. Okay, you guys, so I'm actually about to take a shower, but I want...
Hold me closer, misdiagnosis. Count the shadows on the x-ray. Hi guys, how are you doing today? My name is Kidneyjay. The J stands for jerk because my kidneys are a pair of jerks. And this is another Amberlynn Reid video. This one is called I Was Misdiagnosed Again, ... vlog, where she talks about how she was misdiagnosed. I, of course, have some opinions about that, as well as she talks about getting some more information about what is in her chest. And we'll get into all that. Leave a comment down below, leave your opinion down below, leave a like while you're there, and subscribe if you're new. Let's get into this.
I wanted to talk to you because I forgot to let you guys know in my last video. It was a big point that I wanted to say because it's important to this whole health thing, is that I was actually misdiagnosed with a collapsed lung. So they thought that I had a partially collapsed lung, but it turns out that I do not. So I want to let everyone know that that is not a thing. It's a misdiagnosis. They were confused because the x-ray did show something, and that is why I got a CT scan, because
Okay, so she just basically explained why it was not a misdiagnosis. Listen, I don't know what went on with the conversation she had with her doctor. I was not there. You were not there. She was there, though. And I am 99% sure her doctor probably said, it may be this, but we're going to do a CT scan to confirm. Now, let me explain. So misdiagnose is mistaking one condition for another. I don't see that here with Amberlynn so far. Or there's misdiagnose, which is two separate words, misdiagnose, which is like a delayed diagnosis or failure to diagnose altogether. So I don't see that here. Like I said, you disagree with me if you want. Yeah.
they assumed it was a partially collapsed lung. But the two CT scans I did have of my lung did show that it was not that it was actually fluid around my lung. It's not in my lung, it's around my lung. It's the nodule that is in my lung. So...
Okay, so fluid in the lungs is called pulmonary edema. You could have that if you have heart failure, or if you're like me and your kidneys don't work, you don't clear the fluid from your system, so it builds up in the lungs. And then what she has is pleural effusion, which is fluid between the lung and the chest wall.
I have to make that clear because people are still...
And no partially collapsed lung, which is atelectasis, that's the medical term.
Asking about the collapsed lung. They're saying, like, so you have collapsed lung, fluid, and nodule. No, I do not have the partial collapsed lung. That is what they first thought it was and what I was diagnosed with. But thankfully, that is not what it is, which I don't know. I don't even know what's the better option anymore. I don't know. Yeah, being misdiagnosed.
I'm going to say probably the better option is not to have all three. You know, this solitary pulmonary nodule plus the pleural effusion plus a collapsed lung. I'm going to say that's probably the best option, to not have all three, because I think you can still get partially collapsed lung with that fluid. It could become a problem later on.
With that, it is a little frustrating, but like I said, when you know something is off with your body, you know. I'm very intuitive with my body. People can say what they want based on my weight, but if we take that all out, ever since I was diagnosed with uterine cancer over 2 years ago, like, if I ever feel like something's wrong, like, I have to see a doctor.
Okay, well, I guess we'll look at the positive to begin with, that she now realizes that if something's wrong, she should go to the doctor ASAP. But being intuitive and morbidly obese, I don't see those going hand in hand, because I can guess if you're morbidly obese, your body is screaming at you in various ways every day. and you're telling me you can pick up on that and you're ignoring it? It doesn't make sense to me.
Sure, it's frustrating to be misdiagnosed, but we're getting things squared away. So I just wanted to let everyone know because I totally forgot last video. So yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I have so much anxiety. I know there's people out there going through worse things, and I know that. But right now, this is my worst. Right now, it feels pretty rough, and I just need a little bit of like kindness and patience and gentleness, really.
That being said, is she looking for her audience and her trolls to be kind and gentle with her? Maybe this might be something if she wants to document it, she's done this before, is document it but not in real time. I don't know. Maybe that's an option. But I wouldn't expect kindness and gentleness from your audience. Don't put that expectation on your audience, because Amber, I'm gonna bet it's not gonna happen.
Okay, so I just got out of my doctor's appointment, got the paperwork to go to the radiology and schedule a CT scan of my actual chest, because last time it was just lungs. So it's a whole CT scan of my chest with contrast. So I have to go and get that scheduled. So my nodule is 1.6 centimeters, if you guys want to know.
Yikes on bike. So 1.6 centimeters seems quite big. Everything I've read, and I could be out of date with my information, but anywhere from 3 to 6 millimeters, a doctor really follows it closely. So 1 to 6 centimeters, I don't know, concerning. And she does go on to say that anything over 2 centimeters is considered a mass.
And once it reached 2 centimeters, that means it's a mass. So that's scary. It could go two ways. You know, a simple infection that is easily cured and treatable. You guys know the other route. So let's just hope for the best. I'm doing everything I can. I feel like I'm running around and just seeing so many doctors and getting so many tests. Like, my poor freaking arm is so bruised because that's the vein that they love to use. They try very hard to use this one, but it's like there's no veins there. I don't.
Amber, there's veins there. They're probably just small, or they roll. Tip to you, Amber, whenever you have to get blood work or an IV, hydrate, so those veins pop, and the phlebotomist or the technician can do the IV.
I don't understand. So my poor vein is just like, leave me alone. I wanted to end this vlog, but there is a lot of speculation going around, which I still feel like I need to answer to. And people are saying that I didn't have follow-ups after my hysterectomy when I had uterine cancer, and that's not true. It's follow-ups every 6 months, and I went every single time. It is to do a CT scan and then to see my oncologist, which I did do.
Okay. Amber, I don't know if you forgot, but I have not forgotten. I actually made videos and covered your cancer journey, and the doctor did say you have to lose weight so we can do an MRI or a PET scan. CT scan is great, but a PET scan, which is positron emission tomography, actually shows blood flow, it shows metabolic changes, and can detect cancer much sooner. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, is better than a CT scan. They could actually see, I believe it is clearer, but PET scan is, I think, what your doctor said you needed to lose weight to do to actually properly follow up with your uterine cancer 2 years ago. So I'm glad you went at least for the CT scan and the 6 months follow up. But I think there's more to the story there, Amber, than what you're explaining.
I don't know where people have assumed that I didn't do that just based on because I didn't vlog it.
Okay, guys, so that's it for me. Of course, we will follow up when she updates us on anything that's happening. You guys, my dark humor, all of that. I do wish the best for Amber. I don't wish ill on anyone, really, but the videos are more to inform people than to, cut Amber down. And I'm not an Amber sympathizer. I will call her out, like I definitely say she was not misdiagnosed. Thank you guys for watching and have a good one. Bye.